at the hospital. Okay. Good evening. Today is Monday, September 20th. I'm sorry? I can hear you. Today is Monday, September 20th, 2021, and this special meeting of the Romulus Community Schools Board of Education is called to order at 6:34. Madam Secretary, will you call the roll, please? Or I'm sorry, Ms. Wester, will you call the roll, please?
Kennard. German. Kennard.
Can you hear me, Debbie?
I can hear you, Sue.
Sue. Evans. Ms. Evans, can you hear me?
Hang on, Nicole. Are you able to hear us on the screen?
We can't hear you, but I can hear Sue and Judy.
Okay, then I'm going to connect. Hang on.
Okay. She's working on it, Sue. I think they're trying to figure out the audio.
Okay, hang on a minute.
Talking to me?
Yes, we have to put you on my speaker. Hang on, I got to add Judy.
Okay.
Okay, I'm merging you in. We have to use my phone so you guys can hear. Okay. 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 Okay, guys, sorry. Here we go. Again, okay. Today is Monday, September 20th, 2021, and the special meeting of the Romulus Community Schools Board of Education is called to order now at 6:36. Ms. Wester, will you please call the roll?
Kennard.
Here.
German.
Here.
Terrell. Bergeron. Evans.
Present, Romulus, Michigan.
Thank you. Wester is present. Piles.
Present. We have a quorum.
Can I get the other ones to state where they are?
Ms. Kennard, where's your location? Ms. German, where's your location?
Wayne County, Romulus.
Thank you.
Ms. Kennard, where's your location?
Transiting into Romulus.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The first item is the acceptance of the agenda, and I need to move that we add one item to the agenda that was sent by Mike Dixon to approve the superintendent's conference. So I move that the Board of Education accept the agenda as amended. Is there support?
Support.
Moved by Piles, supported by Wester. Ms. Wester, will you call the roll, please?
Yes. Bergeron,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Piles,
Yes.
Terrell,
No.
German,
Yes.
I'm sorry, I lost count. Kennard,
Yes.
and Lester, yes.
Yes.
Motion carries. So next, we have approval of the MASB facilitated workshop on September 29th. Is there a motion?
I move that the Board of Education approve Michigan Association of School Boards, MASB, to conduct the board workshop, Effective Governance and Goal Setting, on Wednesday, September 29th at 6:30 p.m. at a cost of $825. Rationale: the session on September 29th will be a MASB Effective Governance and Goal Setting workshop. This will be a 3-hour session facilitated by MASB. Board action is required to contract with MASB. The meeting was previously scheduled for August the 5th, but was canceled. Implications is general fund.
Moved by Wester. Is there support?
Support.
Moved by Wester, supported by, was that Evans?
Yes.
Floor is open for discussion. Seeing no questions or comments, Ms. Wester, will you please call the vote?
Bergeron,
Yes.
German,
Yes.
Terrell, Kennard,
Yes.
Evans,
Yes.
Piles,
Yes.
Wester, yes.
Motion carries. So we will be having the governance standards and goal setting workshop on September 29th, conducted by MASB at a cost of $825. Next, board members, I apologize. I just got this at 4:45. Haven't had time to email it, but a request came through today for Superintendent Dr. Edmondson, if you are here and would like to speak about this. There's a superintendent's conference, I believe Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Is that correct? And board members, I'm sending this through to you now. Is Dr. Edmondson with us? I don't have a motion for this. I move that the Board of Education approve the expense report submitted to Mr. Dixon by Dr. Edmondson for the Superintendent of Mesa Conference in Traverse City, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of this week. Is there support?
Support.
Moved by Piles, supported by Wester. The floor is open. Yes, Mr. Bergeron, do you have a mic?
Did I understand that properly, that Dr. Edmondson has to get approval from Dixon for this conference?
No. So I just sent the email,
Well,
and I will, basically what it is the conference request is over budget, but that just means that it wasn't budgeted for, so that can be adjusted. But he is not able to, Mike Dixon is not able to approve that. That's why it came before the board. So his email says this wouldn't be a The attached conference request is 871 over budget. Normally, this wouldn't be a problem because I would go to the next supervisor and get a sign off, especially since it's early in the year. Unfortunately, the supervisor for the superintendent is the Board of Education. Usually the board approves the superintendent's travel in advance along with estimated expenditures. So if you have that prior approval or board minutes, I can move forward. Otherwise, maybe get it approved at the board meeting tonight. So that was sent to Paula, and he copied me, and then Ms. Evans as committee chair. So that's why we're here. So no, if you recall, our budgets were rolled over, Mr. Bergeron. Hang on 1 minute, Ms. Kennard. So the budgets were rolled over, and we were starting the year without amounts allocated. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Ms. Kennard, are you saying something?
Did that not because of the last year not having?
My only thing was is that I didn't think our superintendent had to go through a contracted accountant to go to a conference that has to do for a school district. So
Right.
that was my problem.
Right.
So anyway, that's not the case.
Right, and the answer to that is he does not have to go through a contracted employee for approval through the Board of Education. Right. Ms. Kennard?
I have a President Powell.
Yes, Ms. Sherman?
In regards to this saying that it's over budget, what does that mean? Is it saying that we don't have the funding in that allocation, in that line item, and it can be readjusted, or, I mean, can you elaborate for me?
Yes, so if you recall, our budget was just rolled over, and it's not loaded into the system yet, so we don't have all of the line items. So when Mr. Dixon went to approve that, he's just looking at those line items, so that can be adjusted. So it was just that he doesn't have the authority to do that on his own, which is why he sent this today, that it be added to our agenda. And I think he just got this today. Let me look. Yes, so Paula sent it to Mike this afternoon at 2:30, and then, I'm sorry, and then he forwarded it through. So yeah, that's why we're just getting it now.
When is this conference, and why wasn't it pre-approved before?
Dr. Edmondson, are you joining us? Are you there?
It was going in and out.
So I can check. I think the dates of the conference are this Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. It's a 3-day conference. Let me check. Or maybe, yeah, maybe.
Okay, but my real question is, why was this not approved by the board?
I don't know, Dr. Edmondson, are you with us? Can you speak to that?
Madam President,
Hang on, let me see if Dr. Edmondson jumps in. Okay, go ahead, Ms. Kennard.
okay, I don't have any documents in front of me, but my question is this a conference that's usually represented by the superintendents on an annual basis, or is this something that's new?
No, this is the annual fall conference held by Mesa,
Okay.
and it is in Traverse City, September 22nd, 23rd, 24th. So it's 3
So
days.
that means that information was provided months in advance before today.
The conference, yes.
The superintendent's contract is very specific that all meetings are to be approved, that he attends are to be approved by the school board prior to it.
Did I lose you, Ms. Evans?
I'm here. I said the superintendent's conference is very specific that any meetings outside of the district are to be pre-approved by the school board.
Okay, so, I'm looking. Ms. Evans, are you, are you referring to a policy or a contract?
The superintendent's specific contract with the Roman School District. I can get you the verbiage.
Let me see, that's last year's. I'm looking on my computer and I pulled up last year's, if you.
Is that coming in front of the board meeting?
We've never approved them before in the past.
It's number 17 on the contract.
Dr. Edmondson, are you there?
Number 17, subject to approval by the board.
Think about it. They can't get in, we can't get in.
The fees or dues for membership in appropriate professional organizations shall be paid by the board, subject to prior approval by the board. Administrator may attend appropriate professional meetings at the local, state, and national levels, and shall be reimbursed for any registration, fees, tuition, travel, lodging, and/or reasonable meal expenses for himself. Number 17 of his personal contract.
It's not working because we had to call him on the phone. So I'm gonna put you on speaker. I got Dr.
Could you
Edmondson.
hear me, Mr. President?
Yes, yes, thank
Okay.
you. I'm just looking in my emails for the,
President Powell, I have Dr. Edmondson.
okay.
Yes. I called him since no one thought to call him when it went out. Dr. Edmondson, the question was in regards to the Mesa conference and when it was known.
What's that? Annual conference. The annual conference that happens annually. It was canceled last year.
Right.
Paula made reservations for me. I don't know, probably a month ago, maybe longer, when I was out, because I debated if I was even going to go. But it's a great place to go for your colleagues and to get support. Something I would say I needed this week.
Were you? Yeah, he said that it was. Paula made reservations over a month ago while he was out. It was a conference that.
No, when I came back, that's when I wrestled with it. She made reservations, I canceled. She made reservations, I canceled. Then I said keep it on because it's August. It's what superintendents has been canceled for a whole year. It's a great opportunity for us to network and to gain support. That's why.
Did you understand?
I've never had to have this conversation. Never. But whatever.
So, okay, I found the contract, and I can forward this to the board. Dr. Edmondson, I'm getting feedback.
What he said was it was scheduled, he canceled it, and then had her put it back on. That's why we got the late notification, because he was wrestling with going.
Dr. Edmondson is, who's filling in for you, or who's in charge when you're out?
I didn't hear a thing. I can't hear.
She said, who's gonna be, filling in for you while you're out at the conference?
Well, anybody can certainly call me. I mean, that's how easy it is. And then I talk to people like the captain, the people that are remaining in captain.
So Angela Brock,
You know,
right,
yeah, you know, there's 3 days. We can't handle the situation in 3 days. You know, I got the staff to be able to do it, but I would say nobody would want to do it. But if there's an emergency, I would call one of our cabinet members or all 3.
so you're available.
If there was an emergency.
Right.
If there was an emergency, you call your captain. But you do. I wouldn't say there's anybody that's second in charge at this point. But it's just call your cabinet. They'll be able to handle whatever it is.
A lot of things are what?
He said a lot of things he can do being off-site, and if there's an emergency, he would contact one of the cabinet if there was a need for emergency. I'm sorry, it's like.
Okay, so, board members, I found the correct contract and just emailed that. And Ms. Evans, what was the point you lifted? Now I have it in front of me.
Number 17.
Okay, let me see. Number 17, subject to express approval by the board, the fees or dues for membership in appropriate professional organization shall be paid by the board. Subject to prior approval by the board, administrator may attend appropriate professional meetings at the local, state, and national levels and shall be reimbursed any registration fees, tuition, travel, lodging, and/or reasonable meal expenses for himself in relation thereto not prepaid by the board.
Correct.
And for board members joining, I had just emailed that contract. So I think, Dr. Edmondson, I think the question was just, because this is an annual event, why it wasn't on a prior agenda, just so, for awareness, so the board would know that this was coming up and that you'd be out of the district for 3 days. I know I didn't. I'm just hearing this in the email.
That's the part he just said, President. Was that it was registered, he was gonna go, he talked back about not going, and then he told Paula he would, at the late notice.
Right. My question is just like so the board would be aware that he wouldn't be in the district. That was my question. I'm not sure. Ms. Terrell, do you have?
I would say is, of course, it's being brought now, but we have not, it has not been a board practice to say whether or not a superintendent can go in and gain professional development. This will help the district, and if we could consider that, I know I have had the opportunity while attending classes at conferences through MASB, where they encourage board members to encourage their superintendent to gain as much knowledge and to be able to attend these type of conferences on a regular basis, just like we go on a regular basis. There's one coming up in the winter, which everyone is allowed to do. So I think it's something that really shouldn't be a question. It's here now. But just thinking back on the time that I've been on the board, this is not something that we've brought to the board table and said approve or deny. He should be able to attend.
Thank you, Ms. Terrell. Ms. Wester?
I understand what you're saying in terms of a heads up, but I think what Dr. Edmondson was trying to say was, it was scheduled and reserved at first, and he kept tossing back about not going, and decided we need to go because it had not been going on. They didn't have it last year due to the pandemic, right? It was due to the pandemic, but they didn't have it last year. Go ahead,
I think it was virtual. Yeah.
Risa, they all said you need to go. This is something that you do go through. It's not like I intentionally left the board out. First of all, since August, a whole lot has been going on. I wasn't thinking about, wasn't even, I got to tell the board. This is usually customary, perfunctory, where you let the board know that you're going to your professional development, the one that's offered once a year. You know, MASB is there, MASA is there, all the organizations are there. And it's a professional development, that's what superintendents go. And I would say, you know, it's a networking opportunity too to get the support that you need, or that you might want.
Is there a?
Let me get that for a second.
I'm looking for the. Dr. Edmondson, do you have the expense report? I don't, a board member. I mean, it's not, it's a nominal cost. Again, this isn't, the issue isn't the cost, because, oh, is this it? It's just that our budget is not uploaded in the system. So there is a shortage of, 871, but the total cost is usually, I don't know, Dr. Edmondson, do you know, is it usually like 1,000, 1,500, but it's a 3-day, and it's usually, it's the cost of the conference room. It's a intensive conference. I don't know if he's still there.
$825 is the conference, and then you have the room. That's one we I'm thinking it's from when we went, probably about 12.
So in Mesa, like the lineup for this year's conference is actually incredible. I looked through it and am envious because there are so many great relevant topics. Dr. Edmondson, for me, I would like, when there is a conference coming up, that the board would just know that you're not going to be in the district, because, I mean, this is Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and today's Monday. And if our budget was loaded into the system, we wouldn't even know this. So we wouldn't know that you're going to be absent from the district for 3 days. So it just, that we should know that, especially since we've been hearing how understaffed we are and how people can't handle workloads and all of that. Anytime that you are not going to be in the district, just as an FYI to the board so that we are aware of that. Is Dr. Edmondson there? Should I call him on my phone? Have I lost the board members? Okay. So, Dr. Edmondson, did you hear my statement? This is Debbie. So, and I was saying that this conference is a wonderful conference with a lot of great sessions and keynote speakers. My only concern is that, you know, when you know of something, that the board would know that you're going to be out of the district. Because we found out about this because the budget is not uploaded in the system, which required Mr. Dixon to send it to us for approval. And it's not the budgeted amount, it's not the cost of the conference that is the struggle. It's the fact that you were going to be absent from the district for 3 days, and we did not know that, and we wouldn't have known that had this not come up tonight. So, and I know we've talked about, you know, sharing calendars, not a Google calendar, but just, you know, events, because the concern is that we are grossly understaffed. And so the concern was that just the workload and being understaffed and not knowing that you'd be gone for 3 days.
Okay.
Board members joining remotely. Is there anything else?
This is Kennard, no.
Okay, German and Evans, do we still have you?
Evans had to go off. Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So if there's no more questions or concerns, Ms. Wester, will you please call the roll?
German.
Can't hear.
German. Kennard.
Yes.
Terrell. Yes. Bergeron.
Yes.
Piles.
I'm a no on this simply because the superintendent was going to leave the district for 3 days without the board knowing.
German. Wester is yes.
Ms. German?
Evans.
Evans is gone.
Oh, she had to
Okay.
sign off.
Ms. German, are you able to hear?
Yes, I can hear now.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Your name was called for vote.
For the vote, please.
My name is called for a vote for, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what was going on.
For the
The motion was
superintendent
to approve
conference.
the superintendent conference.
I say no, only the reason being is that I was not, made aware of it, until now, and he's going out this week for it. So I just think that we need to honor his contract.
Motion passes.
Okay, so motion carries. Evans is gone, so motion carries 4-2.
Thank you. Yes, 1 second. Mr. Debbie. Dr. E wants to say something.
Can you put the mic to it? Yeah.
Hold on, Dr. E, let me turn the mic back on. Go ahead.
I just want to say thank you to the board. Clearly an oversight between me and Paula. I'll make sure that that doesn't happen again. I would have expected that you were informed whether it's through me or through her. My apologies, but I thank you for your consideration. And, I need it. I think it would be a really good opportunity for me and to kind of get recharged. It's been a rough 2 months. So I just thank you. So appreciate it.
Thank you, Dr. Edmondson.
Thank you.
Let me see if we have any public comments.
I got on the Google Meet and 4 of us were on there and nothing happened. And I was still on there, and then I got the text with the phone call.
Yeah, there's something going on with the volume.
Did anything else happen?
No, Dr. Edmondson, the people in the Google Meet can hear each other, but not us here. So that's why we're connected by phone.
Oh, okay.
So there are no public comments. Mr. Bergeron, do you have anything? No. Ms. Terrell? Ms. Wester?
No.
Ms. Kennard? Ms. German, do you have anything?
No, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Bergeron?
No, I don't.
Okay, Mr. Bergeron? Do you have a mic?
Could you turn your mic on?
What's bothering me, and what I'd like to see is this 4-3 vote, day in, day out, and I'm not advocating, but if the 4 people hate Dr. Edmondson that much, give him an offer to buy him out of his contract and send him down the road. And then we just have another, 4 or 5 years that we're gonna just flounder around. So anyway, I don't like the dissension. If I would have known this board was gonna be like this, I surely wouldn't have wanna been in it, because this is a prime time of my life, and to have stress and anxiety over a superintendent on nickel and diamond people on stuff, and not letting him do his job running this facility, and micromanaging, I just don't think it's right. So therefore, I would say that if that's the case, find a way to buy him out and get him out of here, and then bring somebody that you want in. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bergeron. To that, I would like to respond that there are not 4 people on the board who hate Dr. Edmondson. There's not one person on the board who hates Dr. Edmondson. And we don't always vote 4-3. Tonight, we voted 4-2. And there have been other votes where the four of us are on the opposite side of votes. So that being said, I hope that it is not anyone's desire to buy someone out, but that we as a group of 8 would work toward objectives for the district. Ms. Evich, we had lost you. We are at board member comments. We had a vote. You missed the vote for the Mesa conference. The motion carried 4-2. And we are now on board member comments, and you are the last one.
I don't have any comments. I missed everybody else's, but thank you very much. I'm in a situation where I have to hang up. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. On that motion to adjourn,
Support.
Kennard. Moved by Pyle, supported by Wester to adjourn. Kennard.
Yes.
German.
Yes.
Bergeron. Yes. Terrell. Wester. Yes. Piles, yes. Meeting is adjourned at 7:10 p.m. The Lions? Is that what you said? The Lions?
Yeah, the Lions are playing Green Bay.
I can tell you how that went end.